We obviously love new Minnesota Vikings general manager Kwesi adofo-mensah, Vikings moving into the new age with the coaching staff, but we still love us some pretty Rick Spielman. Now, maybe to a degree, it's just familiarity. It's like Rick Spielman has been with the Vikings since 06, and just like he's the GM that a lot of younger fans grew up with, and it's a change. And Rick Spielman, respect, made a lot of big-time moves. Some panned out, some didn't, and one of them was the signing of Kirky Jerome Ezekiel Cousins 2018, the 3-year, $84 million fully guaranteed contract, which was controversial at the time, and Kirk Cousins hasn't quite led the Vikings to the promised land yet. It ultimately cost Rick Spielman his job, as well as my head coach Mike Zimmer, but Rick still believes. He believes love is the answer. So Rick Spielman this year is going to be writing some content for the 33rd team. It's a collection of former players, execs, coaches. It's fantastic. Zimmer was supposed to be doing something for him, but then he took a job on Deion Sanders' staff. He's like, I ain't writing. No, screw that. But Spielman doth protest a little bit too much. Well, no, he gassed up his former big-time high-profile free agent signing. Familiarity breeds content for Vikings Cousins in week 1. Content or content? It doesn't matter. Hold on. Award-winning NFL executive. What award did he win? Did he win GM of the Year? Doesn't matter. Or is this from Power and Associates? Like he had good power steering once. Anyways, Kirk Cousins played very well on Sunday against the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. Misspelled that. The main thing you notice about Cousins was his quick decision making. His familiarity with the offense was really impressive, and his relationship with the head coach Kevin O'Connell was evident. O'Connell calling the plays directly to Cousins is a good thing. I believe it is a big difference as far as a quarterback and coach communicating on the same level. Oh, this is gonna get good. Good communication can help strengthen the relationship between quarterback and the head coach. I had an opportunity to watch the game. Good for you, Rick. You had cable. And you could see how good Cousins performed. He has always been an accurate thrower, but his decision-making and how quickly he worked through his progressions were really sound. You could see him going through his progressions in real time. If the first read was not there, he was going to the second or third option instead of checking down. And what was pretty unique about how comfortable he looked in this new offense, he hadn't run O'Connell's offense before, and he looked to be in full command. The offense O'Connell runs has a lot of similar concepts to what he ran the last few years with Gary and Clint Kubiak, but there are still plenty of differences. Like this one is good. They are running more out of 11 personnel and using more motion than last year. The Vikings are in good shape with Cousins playing this well. End of our article. So there's a couple things to unpack here. So first off, I mean, to a degree, yes. I mean, pretty Ricky Spielman is absolutely right here. Cousins played phenomenal. He looked very comfortable. Kevin O'Connell called a great game. The offense looks really good. And part of it can be self-serving as well because, again, Spielman was the guy who put his on the table, signing Kirk Cousins as opposed to retaining Minneapolis Miracle Man Case Keenum or re-signing Teddy. So he put his career on the line. Ultimately, it cost him because Cousins didn't get it done. Well, myriad of reasons cost him his job. But now it's a little bit of validation. It's like, hey, the guy that I gave that contract and then the 2-year, $66 million extension to, yeah, he's panning out. He's panning out so much that Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell even extended him another year for $35 million. Hey, that guy, that was me. That's me, man. Plus, of course, the snarkiness between him and Zimmer. Like, obviously, that relationship was fractured for whatever reason. But you're definitely seeing the swipes. Like the communication between him and the head coach. That's a good thing. Because obviously, Zimmer and Cousins were not on the same page. It's like, oh, but we're watching film together. It only took 4 years, but we're finally do that. Please, man. But, he hypes up the reasons why he signed him in free agency and then, talking about going through his progressions as opposed to just going to checkdowns. And yeah, I think that was a swipe at the offense. That was a swipe at Zimmer. That's a swipe at everything. But it doesn't matter. Like, it's just more hilarious to me. And again, I know that we're going to get some comments like, oh, who cares what Spielman thinks anymore? It's interesting from not an outsider's perspective, like a guy who signed Cousins, a guy who signed and drafted, well, maybe not drafted anymore because Kwesi is like, bye. But a guy who had a big hand in constructing this current roster, seeing his pieces with different coaching actually succeed, actually pan out in some of that potential. So it's just amazing, man. And of course, Rick, I will remember you. Will you remember me? That's right. Super happy with Quasi and Kevin O'Connell, though, but memories. It was real. It was fun. It wasn't real fun. So there we go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Rick Spielman, former Vikings GM, hypes up his former big-time free agent signing, Kirky Jerome Ezekiel Cousins. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.